Test, 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 test. That sounds good. What's up, pups? This is the Pale Beyond. Someone super special got this for me recently. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Always remember, if you ain't first, you're last.
Yay, bet. You did. Birdie and CC are gonna be mad. They already got it today. They're gonna be like, oh, you cheated for bet. You waited till we were sleeping. Oh, hey, timing. What's going on? Yeah, this game was on sale, and someone special got it for me. So, I thought I would play it. I didn't get to play a ton earlier, so, yeah. Special. You asked me to post food pics earlier, and I totally forgot. I ate it all. Not a scrap remains. But it was just a drive-through burger thing. Are you gonna start? Oh no. We probably will. Lower temperature across the whole game. Ooh. Oh, the air be as cold. Oh, the air be as cold, a flake and white, as a sailor begs their pledge. That in the dark they'll brace themselves, for horrors still ahead. Of glory found and forged in frost, so that their tale be spread. A hunger draws the desperate here. It's one that can't be fed. What will ye do when steel hearts break and courage does abscond? I'll lead these souls, so help the gods, out of the pale beyond. Cool. Oh, wait. Bet says wait for their headphones. Oh, this is an awful, annoying note to hold on, though. Just this high-pitched ringing. That's hilarious. Hurry, Ben. We're like a British comedy. You're back. Okay. Let's begin our journey. Oh, that's so funny to me, though. Crew wanted. Able-bodied crew wanted for dangerous expedition. Months of darkness. Low wages. Slim chance of safe return. Glory to be had in the event of success. Address overleaf. Run! What happened? We made a little pledge. There was poetry at the start. It was cool. You're alone in the office. The tea in your hand has long since gone cold. It's perfectly adequate. Looking around the room, you can make out a collection of military books. On the desk is a ship in a bottle. The metronome ticks away steadily. I do find it calming. The dedicated rhythm soothes the senses. It stops. Huh. And now it's eerily silent. Keep waiting. You hear footsteps climbing the stairs that brought you here. The captain bounds past you to the other side of the desk. Do you have all of your teeth? Good. Can never be too careful. It's the little things you can lose people to. My real big imp. Are you speaking from experience? How many people have died under your supervision? None. Meaning you're either perfect for the job, a liar, or you've never been in command. The latter. Really? Command tests a person's mettle. Do you think you're ready? I'll have to be. The old uncomfortable chair technique. I'm Captain Hunt. Pleasure is mine, Robin Shaw. On your desk, which ship is that? This. Detailed, isn't she? Incredibly. An old sailor superstition. I hope you weren't waiting too long. I'm told it's worth the wait. Oh, Captain's blushing. There's been a lot of candidates. Some good, some bad. Interesting mix. Sure you understand the need for discretion. The Everett said there was glory to be had. That's why I'm here. Months of darkness. Low wages. Slim chances of safe return. And glory, old man. It's to be expected. That's where glory comes from. Thought I'm blunt, but it's remarkable about weeding out the weak and the pretend. I have a few questions first. He looks down at his list of questions. Were you born a landlubber or a sea dog? I guess I'm both. Mutwash. If I knew, I'd tell you. I've been all over, but I'm here now. Mutwash. Plenty of those joining. Myself included. Military experience. Yeah. You can say that. Honesty is good. So you skirted the law before then. That's behind me. Well, you wouldn't be the first to seek redemption on the ice. I'll leave it off your application. Have you ever fired a weapon? Yes. Have you ever killed a man, directly or otherwise? Yes. I see. You're not married, are you? Of course not. I seek glory. You better not have a death wish. No. We're here to find the ship in that bottle. The Vigan. Heard of it? No, enlighten me. 5 years ago, she set sail on a research expedition toward the Dead Peninsula. They are trying to find and study the absolute magnetic south. If they found it, I might have heard of them. She never came back. Her last known location was 200 miles south of land, presumed lost to the ice. "5 years is a bit late for a rescue operation." Alive or not, their research is supposedly of extreme importance. And we're supposed to be chasing that research? Exactly. Alright. You have my attention. Not one person or thing has been heard from the Vigan since it left port. Until now? Until now. Someone was found who claims to have been on that ship. Where are they now? Dead. Oh. But their testimony seems to have outlived them. Those with more money than sense want that old ship. That's the job. If I don't pick the first mate, somebody else will, and, well, my judge of character's gotten me this far. Oh. So the captain's just a nice old mentor figure, and nothing bad's gonna happen to him at all, I'm sure. 'Cause we're gonna be the first mate. Who's financing all this? Usual. Film and lecture rights have been sold off, of course. We're in the process of signing off a final benefactor for the expedition. They've even donated a ship. We'll be traveling on board the Temperance. She's a beauty, greenwood, generational. Not many like it left these days. The Vicant and the Temperance. They're sister ships. Built together. Sent out into this world to die alone. Poetic. Indeed. I like to think one calls out for the other. The captain looks at the bottled ship. So what do you think? Sounds like you'll need all the help you can get. We will. Captain checks his watch. Anyway, I think we've heard enough. The captain stands up. We leave in a month. Welcome aboard, Shaw. Proverbially speaking. Don't you need more information? Not if I'm a captain worth his salt. I work with people, not professions. I'd sooner trust a good carpenter than a cruel sailor to save me from drowning. But alas, I'll see you on the Temperance. I've got a good feeling about you, Shaw. Feeling is mutual. You're not gonna die immediately at all. Captain makes his way to the door and you follow. You arrive at the docks 1 month to the day. Oh, I don't get to... I can't go out boozing and like... what kind of a sailor just... just sets off right away? Come on. Before you lays the ship, the letters on the side read Temperance. You just gotta imagine the boozing before you shoot it. You walk the cobble to the boarding ramp. Beside is a sharply dressed man overseeing the loading of cargo. He turns to you with a stern expression. You can feel his eyes assessing you. He's unable to place you. May I have your name? Robin Shaw. Attorney at law. Wait, no. Of course, that would make you the captain's choice for first mate, correct? I'm Mr. Templeton. I shall be operating as chief science officer on this expedition. I'm also the incumbent representative of our benefactor. Do, however, consider myself and the team at you and the captain's disposal. What'd you specialize in? Applied botany. Mr. Templeton, I look forward to working together. I expect you to be up for the task. Ooh. Does this your premonitions of the characters do? I miss that. Some of the layabouts Hunt hired are questionable at best. No doubt I need to inform you of your duties. You're second only to Captain Hunt himself. Though I must warn you that you have quite the task ahead. The rabble I've spent the afternoon sorting are the same that you'll have to whip into shape. Punctuality, schedule, a strict adherence is what we need if this expedition is to succeed. I expect you ought to be the organized sort. You would not have been assigned the role otherwise. I doubt there will be much issue. We can only hope. But your role is more strenuous than it would first seem. Let me know when you're ready to depart. The less valuable time we waste here, the better. Then why you gotta be so wordy, man? Young man stands at the ramp, steeling himself for the journey ahead. Hesitantly, he begins to drag his feet up the ramp and onto the ship. I don't want to go there yet. You will be gone for quite a while. It will be some time before you see the city again. Okay. Hunt's description of the ship was accurate. Near identical to the Vacant, bearing some modern additions. There's a little dragon, shit, what are those things called? I don't remember. Ooh, week 1. Epic music. You don't know shit fuck about ships. I know this is a mast. I know right is starboard and left is port. I know these are decks. It's been a month. I thought you said it had been a week. What? And why did it start scrolled all the way down? Oh no, this is the poem that started at the beginning. It's been a month week. First Mate Shaw. Personal log. It's been 1 month since I signed on, and 1 week since we set sail aboard the Temperance. I'm told the waters will get warmer as we pass the hemisphere, before they turn colder. Let's talk about the Temperance. I've never been on a ship like this before. She's magnificent, a technical marvel. Elegant machinery expertly weaved through one of the fastest hardwood ships of his day. Reborn for this mission, breathing again with life. She's simply magnificent. As for its master, he's mostly kept to his quarters so far. I'm not sure what to make of our leader. I don't like any of these options. He's not telling us the whole truth. Despite that, I find myself warming to the man. As for the rest of the crew, there are now 22 of us, including the captain. Our next port will be our last before we enter the ice, to pick up the remaining 4 members of the crew, the scouting team. Hunt is also keen to work out a deal on a pack of sledding dogs. Fuck yes, dogs. They smell terrible. I've sailed with worse. And I'm sure there are those who might have considered myself in that same light. Who the fuck is paying for this? Certainly not the captain. Such exquisite modifications to the ship mustn't have come cheap. Dogs. What's wrong with dogs on a ship, Bet? Huh? I should investigate further. I don't like not knowing who pays me. One of the Hunt sailors approaches. Captain wants you at the helm. I'll head there now. You ascend the stairs to the stern and find the old captain manning the helm of the ship. Only good things can happen to dogs on a ship. And in the Antarctic. Ah, Robin. Lovely day for it, isn't it? So, fun fact. The reason they take dogs and not horses to go through Antarctica is, one, they have better footing. They're just better at it. And two, it's easier to feed them. And if one of the dogs is weak or gets hurt, you can kill it and feed it to the other dogs. And you can eat the dogs too. And the horses, you can feed them to the other. You wouldn't eat me though. Oh, I'm stringy anyway. Probably. Uh-oh. It is indeed, Captain. Not if I eat you first, Bat. Indeed. It's days like these I make sure to do my share of the sailing. Ooh, I wonder if he'll get mad or if this is teasing. Too old to stomach a storm. Wouldn't want to rob the actual helmsman from the learning experience. Good excuse. Why don't I have a try? I should take advantage of calm waters for lunch. I imagine you didn't see many in your past line of work. Absolutely. The power. The memory in your muscles rear themselves and you begin to move in time with the ship and the wind. Easy. There. You have it. The captain pats you on the back. Fantastic. Now try to get a sense of where we are. Get some perspective. Peaceful, isn't it? He takes the wheel back from you. I think I'll drink the morning in a little longer. Would you mind preparing my quarters for the day's work? There's much to do. I can just ignore. Peaceful. Sorry, you gave me a boring game where there's no conflict. It was a trick. Yeah, I'm sure. This is a this is a fun, silly boat game for babies. Classical painting depicts sailors doing battle with the Kraken. An ode to an old folk story known to all Captain Sheamus, who was a Hamish. A pristine furnished tub secured to the floor. A luxury to be had on the ice. On the desk you make out a variety of papers, notes, and maps, as well as a sealed letter with a stamp you don't recognize. The desk itself is suspended with ropes to keep it safely in place. Smart. You take a seat at the end of the room. The captain joins you. Now let's run through our provisions before taking requests. To start, there's 23 souls signed on to this expedition, ourselves included. That's 16 free to be assigned to tasks, if they aren't already busy. The rest are deployed to their permanent stations. You are only able to deploy a crew who you have discovered. They must be in good health and not otherwise deployed to another post. We'll be picking up at the scouting crew at the next port. A lot of us also seem to be in good spirits. The expedition will end, tearing itself apart if you end the week with no decorum left. Neat. We have enough provisions for at least 6 months in case of an emergency. If you cannot afford the minimum food rations at the end of a week, the crew will become malnourished. Less cured, the malnourished status will develop into scurvy, a severe status effect that prevents crew from working, eventually killing them at the end of the week. And more than enough fuel to see us there and back again. We need fuel, we have sails. Colder temperatures will increase the minimum fuel required at the end of the week. If you cannot afford the minimum fuel, crew will become freezing. Unless cured, the freezing status will develop into frostbite, a severe status effect that prevents the crew from working, eventually killing them. The sledding dogs. Well, they're still a matter of negotiations. Dogs will be needed to send sledding teams out to gather resources on the ice. Sending hunts out further requires a greater amount of dogs. They will rest and become available between the weeks. Now, on to work. You have a dog. Have you agreed upon my conditions? To the point, eh? Shaw, this is Lady Corden. Cordell is here to provide us with the kennel of hounds for the sleds. And our agreement was that she would train them up until we part ways at the nearest island. But, God, she's so cute. She is. Look at her big ol' eyes. You neglected to inform me that you're bringing my dogs through the Pale Passage. I had no intention of sending the pack to its death. You seem to have good faith in this expedition. It's one thing to ask for my whole kennel. It's another to drag them into the ice to chase a myth. Never before has a buyer been so dishonest. Never before has a seller made such strong demands. You love dogs and cats and animals. I do too. Lady Cordell? A moniker given to me by the locals of the city. On account of her vernacular. I find it odd that you seem to have researched me as much as you have my kennel. I like to know who I'm negotiating with. Oh, Captain Smart, but hypocritical. Who's financing the expedition, old man? Regardless, Shaw. She demands we allow her to come along on the expedition. Yes! As a member of the crew. None on the ship have the experience and familiarity with the dogs that I possess. Excellent argument. If you are taking them to such a brutal location, they will need me to guide them if they have any chance of survival. The humans on board, too, of course. Of course. You can see my dilemma, Shaw. Bringing on another member of the crew is a risk, but our hands may be tied. Your thoughts? I don't see the harm in having an expert on the sled dogs. Good point, Shaw. This deal is already to your benefit. Do you have anyone on board with extensive training in the management and ruling of dogs? Your sleds are useless if you can't control the dogs efficiently enough to haul them. And I would like to ensure my dogs are treated properly. Welcome aboard, Cordell. Your knowledge should prove valuable. And now we're gonna starve to death. Or eat the dogs. Or both. 4K no less does. I'll have a room prepared for you below deck. No need. You'll find me in the forecastle with the dogs. I hope I'm not making a mistake, Shaw. We found a stowaway in the lower hold. Another sailor enters, leading a young man by their side. You know, you're not the first stowaway I've had. Captain studies them further. You know where we're headed, don't you? I do, sir. The ice. Did you know that before you climbed inside that crate? I did, sir. Hi, and how old are you? You're hardly a useful pair of hands. Not true. I can pull my weight, sir. Do you know you're jibbing from your bowsprit? I do. I learned it all from my da. Your da? He's Ward's son. Followed him on board back in the city. What should we do with him, Captain? Smurf? Well, Shaw? I mean, no, he's a child. But I want to see what he does narratively. And we could eat him if things go south. Because he's a runt. Let him stay. Bat says I should let you stay. I'll keep you. But only for bed. You think I think too much about potentially eating people? I mean... I mean, it's just pragmatic. Would I eat you? Of course I would eat you, Timing, and you'd be delicious too. Why? You need all the help you can get? Alright, boy, consider yourself part of the crew. Be sure to keep your nose clean and follow the orders. I'm just saying, Bat. I think he's a boy and he's inexperienced and he shouldn't be put in dangerous situations. So if something horrible happens to him, cannibalistic or not, it's on you. But it's done. I will, thank you. Captain, not sir. Aye, Captain. The stowaway joins the two sailors below deck, now a member of the crew. Well, it seems the litter has a new rent. I hope the rest won't mind sharing their rations. I don't know, man. Something happens to him, it's on me. What of the father? I doubt he intended for this to happen. We'll keep an eye on both. Well, that matters, sort of. Honestly, it's weird that the father doesn't get a say. Now that that's all settled, I have one more errand for you to run. Could you grab the Stoke brothers and order them to meet me up deck after dinner? Hefty lads, red hair. You couldn't mistake them for another. Do you require me for this meeting? No, no, this isn't the matter the first officer need concern themselves with. They'll be down on the middle deck. In the meantime, you should grab a copy of the crew manifest and get acquainted with more of the crew. Upon closer inspection, you make out the ship's photographer, Kasha Belford, balanced on the ship's mast with her camera lighting up a photo. This is very story-oriented. Love hearing me read. Oh, thank you. Even if I want to eat everything in sight, I can be a little voracious. Oh, thank you, Bet. um... Get down immediately. No, you don't get to do dangerous shit. That was a close shave, Officer Shaw. It's about time I met the first officer of this ship. Kasha Belford. Nice to meet you, Kasha. I suppose there was some sort of rule against what I was doing up there. Deepest apologies, but sometimes there's a shot you just cannot pass up. You're gonna get people killed, Kasha Belford. Who won the Fintler Prize, the highest honor in journalism for her work covering plague outbreaks and riots in the capital. Came as a surprise to many that such a reputable journalist would take such an interest in this expedition. There's scarcely any chance of Hunt or the benefactor turning her away. It's fun because I'm choosing a lot of the different options for you. So you're seeing new art and stuff. That's neat. I wonder how different our playthroughs are gonna be. You expected someone of her accolade to be older, more experienced. This is likely her first time on the sea like this. I wonder if, like, if I'm pessimistic, if that will make them more likely to die, or if I just have, like, unbridled confidence in them if they'll rise to the narrative, you know? Like, like, can I kill her by choosing bad options? Or, like, is her fate already determined, you know? Her proof is all we have. No, her fate isn't determined. Cold game. Picture that as a header. Sounds fine to me. I like it. For the piece on this voyage, I'm trying to come up with a snappy name. Nobody will read it if the title sounds like the work of an amateur. The Cold Game. Picture that as a header. Kasha places a finger to her chin, squinting her eye in thought. It's not perfect, but it's a work in progress. Plenty of time. We haven't even hit the ice yet. It's just all so exciting already. Well, I suppose you had your fill of thrills up until now. At least this thrill is within the law. How do you know who I am? Of course, I've thoroughly researched the crew of the Tempest. May seem somewhat excessive, but I feel it's necessary for a proper chronicling. That and plenty of pictures. Don't worry, Shaw. You don't have a reputation that sets you apart from the rest. A celebrity like Kurt Darling's presence would dwarf any rumors that could form around you. That reminds me, he'll be joining us at the next port. I should get his picture at some point. Kasha holds up her camera with a sense of pride before holding it up to her face. Stand still, Shaw. How long do they take to develop? Only a day or two. I made a makeshift darkroom in the hold. Speaking of photographs, she hands you an annotated document. One sec, you gotta feed the bad cats. In that case, I want to go get some water real quick. I'll take a quick break, and I will roll ads. I am back. Here it is. The crew manifest. Interesting. Work in progress. The scout team are to join us at the next port, and the captain's forbidden me from the boiler room. You can ask the others to get their portraits taken. I'd be very grateful. Don't want to leave anyone out. Thank you, Kasha. Neat. I'll not disturb you of your work any further, officer. I have a few more shots I want to get before the sun lowers anyhow. Safe shots, officer. Don't worry. You leave her to her work. Two Johns. You spot a large man with a youthful gait, carrying a heavy crate over his shoulder with relative ease. Oh, you're Officer Shaw. He gives a bright, warming smile. Two Johns. That's what they call me. I'm sure you'll get your nickname later. Two Johns attempts to offer a handshake, but loses control of the crate. He struggles before firmly holding it in place with both hands. Maybe later. Work awaits. You find yourself almost knocking over a man carrying a heavy pot. Careful, careful. You almost got drenched in broth. You're the ship's cook, are you not? Indeed I am, and I've got a full plate on my hands. Pardon the pun. You hear a roar from the other side of the door. Oi, what's holding you up? The cook shakes his head with a smile and chuckles slightly to himself. He grabs the large pot, preparing to make its way to the hungry crew, before turning his head to you. You don't mind, could you carry that tray of biscuits behind me? Of course. You grab the plate and follow the cook out the door into the table where the crew are waiting with bated breath. They're really into soup, man. Upon the cook's arrival, the sailors let out a rowdy cheer, the ship's cook placing the broth on the table. Trust me, fellas, this one is worth the wait. The cook speaks with a tone of pride as he ladles broth into the bowls of the crew. Oi, one at a time, ye animals. Ward, you're awfully handsy for only one arm. We fucking love soup on this ship. Ah, piss off, Junior. Got some bread here too. Grab it fast before Tucker beats you to it. The crew laugh and are merry as Junior guides you back through the kitchen. You're Junior? I take that to mean Hunt told you about me. Sent you to fetch me, did he? Did he not give you a description, or are you just not paying attention to the cook? Well, Hunt wished to see you as soon as possible. Ah yes, good old Hunt. Never rest on this ship, let me tell you. Especially when a Hunt takes a liking to you. There's so many people I could meet here. I could fill up the manifest. Oh. The crew have their meal. It passes in relative silence. The crew return to their posts. The hammocks are unfurled in preparation for the evening. Twilight falls. Over the dinner table, you overhear the newly picked up stowaway speaking with the one-armed man. But you're lucky Hunt didn't throw you overboard. Half a mind to do that myself. Come on, I'm here to help. Better know that involves work. Don't expect special treatment. I won't. You're an impossible child, Timmy. Mr. Gloss, you spot one of Templeton's science teams pacing around the middeck, searching through some luggage that has been pulled from a cabin. Let me look in the light. Where was it now? He notices you. Ah, Officer Shaw, correct? White Glossley. Apologies, I seem to have misplaced something while settling in the cabin. Bottle of wine, actually. Perhaps one of the sailors took it. Goodness, I would hope not. My wife and I brought a bottle to celebrate with. To be saved for the journey back, of course. Well, if you find it, please let me know. Ocean. As you look over the railing out to the ocean, a wisp of smoke flies past your face. Sorry, this game is a lot of reading. It's fine. I was actually considering reading books on stream. There are some interesting old classic sci-fi short stories I would like to share with the world. And there are other narrative-driven games that I might like to play too. There's one called The Road Warden that's really cool. And there's another one, Steve Jackson's Sorcery. It was this game book, and it was neat. It was gimmicky. Like, the pages have different dice numbers on them, and you would roll the die by flipping to a random page, and the die of the page you got was the result. But they took that and turned it into a computer game, and it's super cool. If you're a nerd. As you look over the railing out to the ocean, a wisp of smoke flies past your face. I'm thinking you might be a nerd. You turn to examine and spot a sailor with a pipe in his mouth and a sheet of paper in his hand, overlooking the stirring waters. That sounds really interesting. Maybe we'll get to it. I don't know. We have such a huge library of games to get through already. You turn to examine and spot a sailor with a pipe in his mouth and a sheet of paper in his hand, overlooking the stirring waters. 100 games in progress. You need a stealth warframe so bad. They told me if you progress the story enough to get the dark version of Excalibur, he comes with a weapon, and I think when you do stealth kills, it puts you into, oh, excuse me, stealth mode for a little bit. And that's all I know about that. Smoking sailor. Looking at something. You got smoke? I don't share. Oh. Tashi. You're Robin Shaw, aren't you? I have heard of you. Don't worry, won't tell anyone. Well, everybody fucking knows, apparently. Oh, you're working on getting Ash, too. Is that a stealth frame? It helped, but I'm still stuck in a new war, and I don't want to finish that without Cece, because it means a lot to them. And she falls silent and begins to read the letter. Trying to draw a conversation from him may be similar to extracting teeth. What were you, Bet? Were you a saltborn, a mud thingy, or a landborn? You spot Templeton looking out into the sunset. As you approach, he turns to you and nods. Ah, Officer Shaw. It will be some time before we see a sunset such as this again. The light distribution towards the southern pole is quite the change. I noticed you weren't at dinner. I prefer to eat in solitude. I have my own cabin, and I make use of it. Templeton keeps his focus on the reflection of the setting sun over the stirring waters of the ocean. There's great expectation upon us, officer. From who? Who is this benefactor of ours? That is not for you to know. Not yet. Templeton looks down, catching his reflection in the ocean surface. He looks back up at the sunset. Quite the sight, but I wouldn't linger on it too long. We should retire for the evening. It's important the first officer be well rested. Hold E to advance to the next week. That feels like a lot. I thought we were supposed to be able to carry 6 months worth of food. 2 extra people. That was like half our food. Like, what the fuck? Week 2. But it's been a month. There's a wrap on your resource management, my beloved. There's a wrap on your cabin door. Come in. The door swings open to reveal Kurt Darling, all but filling its frame, grinning ear to ear. There you are, Officer Shaw. The ship's navigator is a difficult man to miss. Stature and reputation precede him. It's month week 2. Adorned with a slew of apparatus. Apparati? The seemingly one-man expedition would be known to anyone following the heyday of exploration and the merchandising that followed. I know little of the man. His reputation is indeed great, but the man behind the legend is a stranger. Hiding away from the rest of us, are you? Do you need something of me, Kurt? I'm not the sort to demand favors, Officer Shaw. Apologies for not stopping by sooner, Shaw. It took a while to set up my team, and a great deal of the crew were quite eager to meet me. It's not often they work with a film star, is it? Or... That's right, you're something of a celebrity, aren't you? I take that to mean you haven't heard of me before? Well, that is a pleasant surprise. There are many who haven't seen my films, particularly in this line of work. More than one fellow on this crew said my work inspired them to explore the world. Quite the honor, is it not? I'm certain you receive that kind of praise often. Not as often as you would think. I suppose I did get distracted, didn't I? Anyway, I was hoping you'd join me up deck. Does Hunt require my presence? No, no. We finally entered the pack. I thought you'd want to see it for yourself. It can wait. I have work to do. Well, when you find yourself finished, I'll be at the bow. I hope to see you up there soon. Kurt turns to walk away before turning back. Oh, and enjoy your morning. It's a good day, Shaw. Ha! Something feels off about him. I wonder if he's paying for all this. Bro is the size of his. You know one of the science team returning to the room. He nods to you. Ah, hello. I did not expect Minnie to be up this early. Harriet Glossley. I believe I've met your husband. Ah, yes. Dwight made mention of your encounter. He's still fast asleep. He's adjusted to the ship well. I believe to walk around the ship would help acclimate myself to the waves. Perhaps it will take some more time. With that, Miss Gloss makes her way back to her cabin. At the stern, you notice an older sailor at the helm. The old man takes in a deep breath in the cold air before letting out a satisfied exhale. Morning. He eyes you up. Officer Shaw, right? Lefty. Call me that on account of my... well, to be obvious. He chuckles. Don't worry about the bad sight. This is all fuel. Just keeping her steady. He examines you. Surprised Hunt picked from outside for his first meet. Would you prefer the role? You seem to have the experience. Definitely not. This old body can't take the pressures anymore. Besides, I've worked on other ships. Others have worked with Hunt much longer. You must be something special for Hunt to look outside the ranks. Heard some rumors about what you were up to before. Honestly, that might be a boon in Hunt's eyes. Mornings like these are about the only peace I get from the younger lot. You should take these moments when you can. Lefty returns his attentions to the helm. It just occurred to me. I should go meet the doctor. That's probably one of the specialists. Oh, I have no head. The door to the doctor's office remains locked. You're yet to come across the ship's doctor, even after all this time. Yeah, you'd think I want to be on good terms with the doctor. Many of the crew are still fast asleep lying in hammocks. Sounds of snoring are rather obnoxious. Should I spy on the captain? You join Kurt at the bow of the ship. You both feel the temperance break the floes below you. Gripping the railing, he draws an enormous breath. Footing beneath rises as the ship mounts an impending ice floe. There's a moment's hesitation before a profound crack relieves the ship, cascading across the ice. He exhales. See? Nothing else like it. I assumed you'd seen everything. Younger me would have agreed with you. It's an interesting mix. Nostalgia and the never-ending new. Look at the ice. No two cracks the same. All caused by us. By the laws of nature, this place wants us dead. And yet, here we are. Traversing in harmony. How fantastic is that? How far are we from land? We're about a week's sail from the last known location of the old beacon. Assuming she isn't exactly where they left her, we can't take smooth sailing for granted. Same goes for this daylight. It won't remain this bright for long once winter encroaches. Beautiful as the ice is, on this course it's going to get thicker. So wait. It's been 2 weak months. Like, wouldn't it make sense to depart in either the end of winter or the start of spring? Like, why is winter encroaching? Like, who planned this? I have some objections as first mate. Beautiful as the ice is, on this course it's going to get thicker. He looks out across the white. We won't be so confident when the leads dry up and we're stuck here till the next cycle. We need as much ice as possible. I should have named this stream something coy about ice cubes to reference that post that CC showed me. But this isn't making ice cubes, this is just doing fun things. We need to change course. Avoid the pack. Have you informed Captain Hunt? He won't listen to me. Thinks I've been dulled by retirement. I've probably seen more ice than he has whiskey. We have enough supplies if it comes to that. Do we? Not the supplies I'd be worried about in that situation. People will turn on each other before they let themselves starve. See, I told you! I told you! We have enough people to eat if we can. And dogs. Dogs first. And then proper cannibal etiquette is whoever starves to death first, you eat. But no horses. Have you ever experienced the long night winter? It's not pleasant, to say the least. There's a chain of command. No, I'm open to eating people. I mean, if we have to, of course. Ha! I can see why he hired you. You should understand, Robin. We're only as good as the unhappiest man. Cheer up, then. I'll do what I can. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Yeah, we should probably listen to the experienced navigator. But if it's gonna take longer and take more supplies, I might be screwing myself here, because it's already been 2 weak months. I'm suspiciously eager? Whatever could you be talking about, Bat? Eager to play the game? Of course I am. Ready for another day of work? Did you hear Kurt's advice? He wants us to switch course. Aye, he had a few words to... I can't read because the chat's in the way. Hunt, I wish he wouldn't stand there. He may have been an expert in his time. But these days Kurt is one with more money than sense. Anyway, back to work. I think you're hoping too much that the game means cannibalism. I mean, I'm not hoping for it. It's terrible. It's a terrible, terrible option. Anyway, back to work. I was hoping you'd help me work through. But I was hoping you'd help me work through a few more requests from the crew. You may have noticed the line pulling up outside. Everyone wants something, it seems. Call them in as you please. Alright. Hammond, I haven't met you yet. A short, sour-faced man in engineering clothing approaches. Are you acting daft, Hunt? Not with intention? Not bloody surprised you didn't notice. Shaw, this is our chief engineer, Clive Hammond. An opinionated one. What is it, Hammond? We've hit the ice and you haven't assigned any extra men down on the boiler. You have your engineering team, and we've only got 6 arms between us. I need more manpower maintaining this. Sailors. Hammond, your bestie? Many of the crew have their own tasks they're busy with. No, I've already assigned Smurf on a matter. Captain turns to me. How many do you think is fair? 1, 3, more. Oh, interesting. You love him and he's such a fucking bitch. Yeah, I could give him... This basically gives him all the people who aren't ice savvy. And then he'll be happy. But I don't know. Is that too many? But engineering's important, though. I'm giving you 4 crew members, asshole. Young Rink could use someone to teach him on the job. Who better than his father? Don't get me started on hitting over the bloody stowaway. Would you rather none? Fine. But you can tell me how right I was when we're buried under the ice. Good spirit, that one. Beneath the oil and timber. You won't be seeing much of him, though. Prefers to burrow himself into the boiler room. I think you'll kind of work out how many people you need for a task. It's not too hard to figure out as the game goes on. Gotcha. I would rather be able to hear them all out before I assign. That's my only issue right now. What do you want with the puppies? Captain, Shaw. Thought occurred to me the other day while looking through the crew manifest, and... Oh, you're not the puppy lady. You're the picture lady. Well, it might be too late for this now that we've already entered the ice. Out with it. Thought it would be good to have individual photos of the full crew. For your report. Not only my report, it would be good to reference for the manifest. Put faces to the names. Much of this crew have served me for years. Some decades. I have a little problem putting faces to names. Your thoughts, Shaw? No, I don't think it would make for a good souvenir. I think that not everybody has been on this ship for decades, and it would help, like this lady, for example, and me. Sentimental of this expedition, are you? No, that's the practical choice. Some proper photographs will have some historical weight to it. Well, Balford, I see no problem there. Arrange for the pictures to be taken before the crew have their dinner. Uh-oh. It's gonna interrupt the soup. It's gonna cause a riot! In the meantime, I'll attempt to get as many individual crew photos as I can. You're still welcome to help on that matter, Officer Shaw. See, the only thing I don't like about this is I'm starting to get hungry, and I have chips, but I can't eat the chips because then you'll have to listen to my disgusting mouth noises. And I can't just mute my mic because I have to read. She departs, satisfied. Just eat my chips? No. Corvid enters the office. Hunt, you asked for a report on how the stowaway was doing. I wanted to see if the young boy has been settling in well. He has. We just sent him to work in the boiler room. He means another mouth to feed, but the boy works hard and doesn't ask much. He has his Dodic item as well. I'm sure the boy's father is ecstatic. I need a VTuber so we can watch you eat my chips. Like with the... Oh. Yeah, you were so cute with the grapes. I love watching your VTuber chew. Worried sick, but happy. Oh, that's so cute too. What do you know, Shaw? Perhaps we were right to keep the boy aboard. Good to have all that settled then. Perhaps we shouldn't rule out old Kurt so easily. The man thinks there can be an alternative path through the ice. He's free to search for it. Shaw, meet with him when you have the time. Changing course or not, we'll want one of his scouts set up in the crow's nest. Ooh, we found a typo. Take care of that, then you'll be done for the day. Approach the sick young man. You spot a youthful-looking man leaning over the side of the ship. His head slumped as he looks into the icy pool below. It appears he's been visited by a spot of seasickness. You decide not to bother the man. He's an enough bother as it is. Yeah. My thoughts exactly. By examining the rigging of the ship, your eyes notice a figure darting by, climbing on the ropes with ease. The figure lands on their feet before dusting themselves off. Their outfit denotes one of Kurt's scouting crew. Ah, no problems. She looks to you. And you are? Officer Shaw. Yourself? Blake. I'm one of Kurt's crew. Don't worry about my safety. I know what I'm doing. Trust me. Kurt doesn't just hire anyone. Well, he didn't hire me for no reason. Got the medals in gymnastics if you're worried about my credentials. Blake jumps up and returns to scaling the rigging of the ship. Neat. I hear an accordion. I saw that we had an item. There it is. You spot a suspicious-looking sailor emerge from the pantry. The hooded sailor spots you, keeping their hands firmly in their pockets. Not what it looks like, Officer Shaw. Pleck, but call me Gnomes. I'm not thieving anything. I hadn't considered that, but no. You think I protest too much then? No worries, I was just setting up a practical joke. And what is this practical joke? Not gonna spoil this. Uh-oh. Not at your expense, if that's your concern. Have to get some enjoyment around here, don't you think? With their mysterious trap set, Gnome scurries off to the upper deck to return to work. You overhear two of the newly arrived scouting crew talking. Ah, Quilsy. Have any trouble settling in? Not too bad. I can't wait for a chance to sleep, though. Proper navigator never rests until their work is done. Of course. I take it you had no issue settling in? Not at all. The crew are a funny lot. Old Kirk certainly caught their attention. Why, do you think any of them would mistake Kurt and myself? I think you'd collapse from joy if they did. Ha, perhaps. Neat, we got all the scouts. Yorick looks like he would be a YouTuber. Ooh, I can poke around the pantry. Oh no. Gnomes! Gnomes! You lift a crate of tin from the shelves. Ah, one step ahead of me. Yeah, those tins to the hoosh. We should be good for dinner. Best make use of this kitchen while we can. We just steal food from ourselves and we get more food? That's awesome. He spots you and ceases his play. Need something? You're Grinley, aren't you? Man grunts. I, Grimly Stoke. I'm the ship's carpenter. Then you're Junior's brother. Junior? Oh, you're Shaw. Another bitch that you live. Too bad he died in your playthrough. No spoilers, bet. No, everybody's gonna be okay. This is a happy, fun game. It's got doggies in it. It's my playthrough, not yours. I was just speaking to him too. I'm sure you talked your ear off. Won't keep you from your work. Don't keep me from my break. Send me up there. I'll get you a reading. The scientist eyes the man's cane and turns to you. I believe the navigator means you to send one of its scouts. The navigator clears his throat and taps his cane. Of course. If you find one of mine, they'll get us a reading. Rightly. I mean, Flick was up there when I got here. They ascend to the nest and take a reading with the sextant. All clear from up top. Get your ass back up. Orca Island. Last port you made where you picked up Kurt and the scouting team from. Vacant Island. The last known location of the Vacant. Our destination. Okay, so I'm guessing the captain wants us to just push through, but the navigator said we should go around. But then maybe we'll starve to death. Getting stuck in the middle of the ice sounds way better. This is why I'm first mate. The crew have their meal. Higher. Shall we toast to the ice? Aye. The days get longer, but dinner is fixed. It will see us through the long days and the darkest nights. The crew return to their posts. The hammocks are unfurled in preparation for the evening. You can't help but notice it's still bright light outside. Ooh. You notice two sailors passing by from the dinner table. An inebriated sailor on wobbling legs, leaning on the shoulder of another. Ah, good times, good times. Need to learn to handle your drink, Tucker. Ah, but I'm fine. My mates can carry me, Cavity? You're gonna be the first to die, Tucker. They can also drop you. Have two Johns carry you next time. Are you asleep? Shit. Yeah, that's all the sailors. Still gotta meet a couple specialists, scientists, two engineers. The story said we had 3 engineers, didn't it? Because he said he had 6 arms down there. That doesn't bode well. Uh-oh. You overhear 2 engineers chatting above deck. Or rather, you overhear one engineer speaking with another. Don't know how the chief could stay down there all evening. You ever see Mr. Hammond eat? I haven't. Maybe he doesn't even eat. Man's not human if he can work all day and night on that boiler. Probably doesn't sleep either. He probably sleeps. Aye, dick, it's figurative. Right. The dogs regard her with rapt attention as she paces between them, bowl in hand. The largest joins her side as you approach. Try some. The dog food? Okay. You nearly burned your mouth on hot broth. Surprisingly tasty. You seem to enjoy it. I'm afraid there's only so much. If you want more, it will be among the dog's leftovers. Penguin, some blubber, fats and proteins. Fastest way to hydrate them. Oh no. Birdie's gonna be so mad. We just ate a penguin. Is there something you needed? You guys don't tell Birdie. Where did they come from? It's hard to tell the exact breeds at this point. They belong here more than we do. In the boat? Unlike us, they need the ice. It cools them through their paws as they run. They'd overheat otherwise. Wrong creatures. Very. They handle stress differently. Adapt quickly. There's plenty to be learned from them. You love these animals. They need me. And you'll need them. You goddamn right we're gonna pet that dog. What a good dog. That must be a very smelly room. I guess it's time to end the day. Oh, you know it's stinky. We're gonna be out of fuel though. How long have we been going? An hour and 45 minutes. Damn, that's not bad. You need someone to pet you and call you good. You're a good boy, Timmy. You're a very good boy. I am gonna take a quick break, another quick break, and I gotta pee. And I'm gonna get a quiet snack. I can sneak bites in when I'm thinking. I'm back. Alright, now it's time to end the day and run out of food and fuel. Do they get mad if I lower their rations? This seems appropriate. That's way too much. Okay. Another week passes. The temperance has finally entered the thick ice leads. The day grows even brighter. Three weeks on the temperance. 6 months later. Game saved to save tree. Nice. So we can come back if we fuck it up. Six months. 43. It's pretty. Oh, nope. I shouldn't have done that. Can I... I just saved. Can I, how do I do this? There. I don't talk to people before I take requests. You didn't realize I had the difficulty. I always play games on hard. I always pick the hardest difficulty, because I don't want to get acclimated to easier difficulties. That's how you become a gamer. Yeah, this is probably gonna end badly. Okay, I think I just made a big deal about nothing. It doesn't look like I missed anything. I can't steal any more food from us to feed us. Is that because I like the challenge? Usually, yeah. Yeah, usually it's more fun to play the game at its hardest and try and come up with a good way to game the system. I like to break games. I like to find strategies that are so ridiculously effective, there's nothing the game can do to stop me. And I don't know if that will be possible here. But, if not, cannibalism, it'll be fine. Captain Hunt appears to be absent. His chair is unoccupied. The whole room shudders. If I kill him and you're wringing my neck. What the? Well, I was worried about this. Look at that ice. We could be trapped for a while. Strong pressures, as if we didn't have enough bother. Well, no need mucking around. You're playing the same mission over and over to get a blueprint. Warframe can be grindy. That's part of the fun, though. You can speedrun it at this point. Oh, that's good. Let's get to work. Where's Hunt? I'll grab him. I'm sure he felt it too. Shaw, check the boiler room. I'm sure the mole man has problems of his own. Not to worry, everyone. We'll be free and moving again before you know it. Back to work. Hammond. That guy. Hammond. Gotcha. So that's who we're gonna eat first. Dogs. So many dogs. I don't know where the boiler room is. Aha! Who is this? I can steal coal from us to power the ship too. Aye, if I made any errors, I'd tell you. It's secure. Don't you worry. They notice you. Am I interrupting? Not any more than he's interrupting my work. I am ensuring the boiler was not damaged in the sudden commotion. And I told you if it was, you'd already know. I'm not in the business of making mistakes. I know that if the furnace goes, we go down with it. Yes, but you're only one man, with just a pair of engineers as assistants. And 4 sailors! Just looking at the number of valves, this seems far too much for you to handle. Maybe your bloody benefactor should have considered that. I've gotten used to it by now. It will hold, trust me. I will. Well, I will have to, won't I? I don't fancy staying on the ship any longer than necessary. It's imperative we break free from the ice as quick as possible. Hammond eyes you, a grimace on his face. First mate's here, but where's the one who got us into this bloody mess? I was hoping Templeton knew. I was informed by one of the Stokes that I'd just missed him, but I have a suspicion as to where he may be now. We're on a ship, an unmoving one at that. A man cannot simply disappear. If he is anywhere, he must be in his cabin. When you find the man, give him an earful on my behalf. Can't do it myself, too busy keeping us alive. Templeton gives a nod. I believe you. And I both owe your and I both owe our good captain a visit, Shaw. Oh, I believe you and I both owe our good captain a visit. But you should call the crew for dinner first. Routine is important, especially now. Not before we fed this furnace. Mind grabbing some coal from the bunker? Or are you afraid of dirty hands like Mr. Templeton? That's how you know it's getting late. It's 12:30 here. It is pretty late, but we ate pretty late, and I I had an energy drink with the meal that I got, so I'm like wired. But if you need to go to bed, no worries. I do it myself. No, I'll be fine. I'll get tired in a couple hours. Beck gets to decide when the stream's over, because they bought me this, and I want to play it with them. So I'm giving you that power now, Bet. Speak to the mole man. Are you just gonna... I already have it. You can always watch the VOD. I don't gotta stop for you. That's true, but it's more fun when you're here. Let's leave. You emerge mid-deck to find the crew readying themselves for dinner, despite the ice. Some seem nervous, others as if nothing has changed at all. Officer Shaw, it would appear we've stopped. Curious. Hunt was warned this pathway, was he not? Even I could see the risks, and yet an experienced sailor still carried on. Wonder what goes through that man's head. Yeah, it was kind of shitty. I tried to stop him. Officer Shaw, what happened? Ship's come to a stop. I almost flung my camera into the wall. We didn't hit anything, did we? We're trapped in some ice. We need to break loose to get moving again. Well, let's hope we can do that sooner rather than later. Trapped in the ice, though. That would make for a good photograph. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Marked for death. The crew had their meal. The dinner is shared. The crew returned to their posts. The hammocks are unfurled in preparation for the evening. You can't help but notice that it's still bright light outside. You didn't see him either. He didn't pass by, but his cabin door was locked when I checked. Livery bastard. What are you thinking, Hunt? Keep it up, lads. We'll set ourselves right in no time. Ah, Shaw. I just saw Templeton entering the captain's cabin. Seems Hunt's holding himself up inside. Maybe if he had a word with our good captain, he'd be willing to lend a hand. I'm sure the captain is fine and definitely still alive. I was informed that he was here. Where could he have hidden himself? Check under his desk. I highly doubt he's cowering beneath the table, Shaw. Fire! Captain's laugh rings out from behind the door. Captain watches you both, his head swaying as he chuckles to himself. You're a surprisingly difficult man to get a hold of, Hunt. Seeing that this is your ship. Ha! I know well. Hunt's eyes turn to you. I believe you two are already acquainted. How long have you been drinking? I don't suppose you care to join? Hunt shakes his hip flask as he holds it out, whiskey sloshing and spilling from the top. And what of you, Shaw? I can't tempt you with some sweet nectar? Alright. What shall we toast to? Adventure, wherever that may lead. I'll drink to that. Don't humor this, Shaw. You don't know me. I am here for glory, sir. The liquid warms you, spreading to your fingertips. You hand back the flask. I'm here for glory and drinking in the tub. Glorious drinking. You intend to offer drinks at a time like this? This ship, your ship, is trapped in the ice. It's my ship now, is it? And what do you expect me to do? Get the shovels out? I mean, you could have heeded Kurt's warning. So I'm assuming, like, later I'll be able to send expeditions out. And they'll bring back food and, like, blubber that I can burn and stuff like that. Because if I can get 20 a day, that's, like, just barely not enough to sustain myself. But it's freaking me out because it hasn't let me, like, do that yet. You could have heeded Kurt's warning. Kurt, are you still hanging on his word? You would have some luck relying on that old lout. He's a man chasing a spotlight, nothing more. There is no safe passage here. This was always going to happen. Mr. Hunt. Captain. If you are not fit to stand, then you should retire for the night. Shaw will stand in your stead, and we can continue in the morning. And abandon my duty? No captain would do that. Who would do that as a fake captain, wouldn't you agree? Well, not you, Shaw, isn't that right? What do you think makes for a good leader? Sobriety first. He sips at his drink. But I'm serious, Shaw. To you, what makes a good leader? We don't have time for... In a word, then, what makes a good leader? Understanding. But willpower is nice too, but that's not really a leadership quality. Because you can't really control people, but you can make them want to work for you. But I do like the indomitable power of the human spirit. But what is this, an anime? This shit's not enough. Boom. Understanding? Explain. The ability to adapt to your crew, to understand the individual needs that make up the whole. That's a pretty good explanation. And if those needs conflict, it's all well and good to think you can bend and twist and please everyone. Do you think you could balance that? Scorn a man one day, then appease him the next. Do you think that balances out? Which is he more likely to remember? Speaking in platitudes will do you no good. Good leader is something more than a single rule you are told to follow. When you see one, you just know. You've wasted enough time finding philosophical. Oh, my apologies. I'll ask the real questions. Shaw, look at where we are. Do you honestly think we're going to survive this? I have no doubt we will. Well, I suppose someone has to carry faith with them. If the captain lives. Shaw. Nobody knows we're out here. That doesn't leave this room. No, no. Wouldn't want to upset your employer. Our benefactor. We all want to be paid after this, don't we? Enough. If you weren't fit to lead this expedition, you should not have agreed to it. You shouldn't be. None of us should be here. Old Kurt paid handsomely to join. I caught it. You're just a button. Oh no. I guess if he paid to join, he wasn't the benefactor. You're just a botanist sent to keep an eye on me, our doctor. Ha! And then there's me. What of you? Hunt laughs to himself, his head dropping low. Templeton opens the door. The captain needs his rest. We'll discuss this once he's of sound mind. Let him speak, Templeton. It's alright, Robin. Go now, Shaw. I'll be alright here. Captain appears to have fallen asleep. Captain Hunt needs a sleep. It would appear the pressures of command have greatly affected him. You should find some rest yourself. The crew have their commands. Clear your head and we will continue on the morn. Hey Cordell. One would think Hunt would be taking action at a time like this. Instead, the man has squirreled himself within his office. An odd one. Yeah, he wants to kill us all. But don't tell anybody or the crew will panic. Do I just hit E? I wasn't able to, like, eat or have, use fuel. You went to a room awash with green. Minus 17 crew available. There's a loud banging on your door and a familiar voice speaks from behind the wood. Shaw, are you in here? Hammond, what's going on? Why is everything green? Never mind the green. The boiler's in serious trouble. Pumps need manned, and we need to stop this whole system overheating. And I don't need to tell you, if the furnace goes, we go. Lead the way then. We don't have a moment to spare. Fuck the green. Uh-oh. We need to find the captain, now. Is there cosmic horror in this? The lights of the aurora flicker over the pale ice. Nothing. Visibly perturbed, he takes a moment to compose himself. Even the tub is empty. Why would you expect him to be in the tub? Not important. This doesn't make sense. The man seemed barely fit to crawl himself into bed earlier. What? Templeton, shut the fuck up. Hammond turns to you. Alright, Shaw. Captain's missing. You're in charge. Good to hear. Then you're blowing it. Don't get a big head about it. Yes, indeed. The crew are no but out waking at this moment. They're no doubt scared, confused. It's your duty to keep them calm, to maintain order. Shaw's job to get down to the boiler room now. Is it? We already wasted enough time looking for that bastard Hunt. You storm down to that room, all you'll be doing is inciting a panic. We need to calm the fears of the crew, maintain an air of focus. Why do them as the ship goes down? Not at all. Instead, to assure them we know how to remedy this matter. You do know how to remedy this matter, Mr. Hammond. And we need to be quick. We've got a bloody ship to save. Well, it's as you said. Officer Shaw is in charge. The decision is yours. Like... I mean, morale is important, but so is the ship not blowing up. We can't waste any more time. The boiler won't wait for us. I will keep the crew at bay then. Come on, don't worry about him. Although, if I am the acting captain, it doesn't make sense that I'm doing engineering. As more of the crew notice you and Hammond descending below, the whispers begin. Soon the crew will pick up the pace, walking directionless with hurried footsteps. Kurt approaches. Boiler trouble, I take it. I'll lend a hand. Not when you're walking with that cane, you're not. I have enough strength that... Go tell the crew to hit the lower decks, as many as possible. Let's go, Shaw. Time to save this blasted ship. You descend the ladder. Ahead you can see the brothers trying to open the door to the hold. Oh no. They're brothers. One of them is not surviving this. Trying to get in? Same. The door is struck. Pull harder, you bastards. We need to get in there. We need to keep the furnace alight. The metal door unsticks. Grammy looks to you before darting off into the dark. Where's that bloody idiot running off to? Sound the alarm. Bloody hells! Let's get moving. You enter the boiler room. As you enter, Hammond's engineering team are hard at work. The larger of the two engineers loses his grip of their valve as steam begins to shoot out, causing Hammond to dash forward. Watch it! Hammond tackles the engineer from the ground to the ground, saving him from a nasty steam burn. Made it just in time. What's the word, Chief? Keep those valves pumping. We need to avoid a water hammer. We won't be making it off this ship. Shaw, the rest of the crew aren't here. Grab a valve and start turning. You grab a valve and begin turning, trying all you can to keep the water at bay. You feel the ache in your muscles as you continue to push the valve, keeping the pressure at bay. The furnace rumbles and sputters, hemorrhaging fuel. Oh, that's not good. You keep turning, doing the best you can to keep the pressure at bay. We could be at this for hours. Shit, where's the rest of the crew? Bright help. The furnace rumbles and sputters. Get me coal and turn those valves. Enough hands working on the boiler, you begin to fight back the potential water hammer. He's gonna have to hold the furnace and... Oh, I wish I didn't use two johns. Fucker. Ooh, shits. A shed of steam paints Higgs. It subsides as they writhe in agony. You keep up the work, shifting the valves until the boiler is fully calm. You brought help and also the accordion. The ship is saved. You won't be sinking today. As the crew gives assistance to the wounded Higgs, you feel your muscles tense. You fall back, collapsing from exhaustion. As you lay back, all you can hear are a pair of panicked voices. Where the hell is Captain Hunt? He's gone. Oh, we completed a prologue. Now we get to play the real game. The Temperance is saved from sinking. The Aurora passes, leaving only the bright light in white. Now people get to die. You're alone in the captain's cabin. Out across deck can be heard the commotion of the crew. Word has spread quickly that Captain Hunt is missing. Templeton slips in through the door. Shaw. What is it, Templeton? Hunt is still missing. And he isn't alone in that regard. Sanders, Sparrow, and Grin are also unaccounted for. As is a sizable food and fuel supply in one of the larger lifeboats. Shaw, you and I are not naive. It seems quite clear what has happened here. Yes, but why would Hunt abandon us? That is a question I cannot answer. I doubt we'll ever know at this stage. The former captain is no longer with us. You understand what that means, Shaw? That would be Captain Shaw now, I take it. Not quite yet. New captain must be selected by the crew. As first mate, you have the most clear argument to take that role. I don't know if I'm prepared. I'm afraid you will have to be, regardless of your personal feelings on the matter. They will hold a vote as soon as possible. That Carpenter grimly. He is still loyal to Hunt, and many of the sailors will follow his vote, if not all. Though I can assure you, you have the vote of myself and my scientists. Kurt and his crew are like to support you as well. I'm unsure where the engineers will side. They're likely loyal to their pay. Higgs is still recovering from the steam burns, which may end up working to our favor. And the civilians are a mystery. But I believe when all is said and done, you will just about make the vote. You've clearly given this a lot of thought. Of course. It is vital to remain aware of the crew's intention. They're waiting outside, Shaw. They're scared. They don't know where to turn. You and I both understand the importance of maintaining decorum. Their time seemed dire, remember. There's a rescue ship on its... Oh no! Even if the Temperance falls, we still have a potential escape. 35 weeks. The ship will arrive at the Viscount Island in 35 weeks from now. We should focus on surviving that long. That is all we need to do, Captain. Infinite ships going to... Eventually it'll just be like a line of ships. You can just walk across the decks. I understand. We can hold out for that long. Wink. Indeed. That is all we need. Another 35 weeks, Captain. Keep it in mind. Here, you should have this. Templeton presents you with a fancy-looking hat. Hunt's hat. He left it behind in his cabin. That tells us what we need, doesn't it? What about you? Do you wish to be captain? You're bald. You need the hat more than I do. That is not my burden to bear. Alright, I guess I'll get Hunt's lace. The commotion outside grows. Be nice to Templeton. I choose to willfully observe reality. I suggest you do the same, Captain. The scientist refrains for a moment. What is it? I think it's best that we declare that the captain and the missing crew are dead. There's no need for us to complicate things any further. After what he did, they might as well be. We understand each other then. Wonderful. The crew are waiting for you on deck. I mean, lying to the crew doesn't seem great. And, like, worst case scenario, they could find their bodies out there. And you said that one guy was still loyal to the captain, so... I don't know, man. Kinda seems like a bad idea. Oh, excuse me. The hushed voices become more distinct as you make your way back out into the open air. You notice the absence of Higgs. So, like, did I get super lucky? Like it said, like, Higgs was my only opposition and he's fucked up now. The crew members notice you and stop. Their attention ripples across the deck. Attention. It should be clear now that Captain Hunt is no longer serving as post. As such, we should vote the new captain. See, I was thinking I should have picked the big guy to hold it down, because then maybe he wouldn't get hurt. But like, this kind of worked out. I nominate Officer Shaw for the role. Clear choice as first mate. And what of Hunt? I do not see him among us. Do you? Don't see a body either. It's still out there. We don't know what happened. Something we can discover. For now, someone has to take the reins of command. All in favor of Officer Shaw? Oh, come on. You have been confirmed as captain of the expedition. By one vote, Shaw shall be acting captain from this point forward. Acting captain in Hunt's stead. The crowd looked at you expectantly as Templeton gives you a knowing nod. A moment passes in the cold as they await your next words, curious murmuring spattering between the crew. Wait. They look to you, it's not long before the obvious question spills from a crew member's mouth. Where is Captain Hunt? Captain Hunt abandoned us. You notice Templeton's eyes widen. Whispers begin to roll throughout the crowd. To what end, I can't say. Silence hangs in the air. As long as we keep our wits, there's no reason we can't survive this. The crowd began to bubble up once more, with more and more questions coming to the surface. Members of the crew start speaking out one by one, with questions thrown your way in quick succession. The dogs do look adorable. How are we supposed to survive out here? Is help coming? What about our pay? Will we still be paid? We'll have to rely on each other out here. Everyone will have a role to play. Keep them focused on their work. Good idea. We were all brought onto this crew for a reason. Time to exercise those skills. I know this isn't what we signed up for. Gods know this isn't what we signed up for. Stick with me and I will see us through. What of those lost, Captain? A memorial service will be held once the ship is freed from the ice. Well, you heard the captain. Get to it. The crowd dissipates, returning to their roles aboard the ship. You passed, Templeton. I thought we had an understanding. I won't lie to them. If we can't be honest with each other, what chance do we have? I hope you're right. He looks up at my new hat. It suits you. Kurt. Shaw. Or should I say, Captain Shaw. That Hunt. He didn't seem like the type to just leave his crew behind. Still, no good dwelling. I have confidence you'll take up the mantle well. See, now I want to start over, because I know Hunt is crazy and leaves us to die. I just want to be a dick to him right from the start. Just go in for the interview and fuck you and fuck this job. I don't intend to disappoint the crew. We need some optimism at a time like this. That's the spirit. If the captain has faith, so too will the crew. No worries, Bet. Captain now, aren't you? As long as you aren't in my way anymore than Hunt was, I'm happy. Why did you abstain? Job needs doing. Whether it's you or Hunt doing it, I don't care. As long as we aren't freezing to death, that's all that matters to me. The tub. The last place you saw Captain Hunt. How's your grind going, Timing? Did you say it was Ash you're grinding for? If that's a good grinding frame, I should probably grind it too. I should ask you, you gave up temporarily? Oh, I'm sorry. There's still drops of whiskey, frozen. Hunt's ledger is gone. You got one of the blueprints to Vara, so you started going after her instead. She's a really good stealth one. Nice. Templeton. There should be no hesitation, Shaw. You're the captain now, and you must carry that authority instantly. It's best that we carry out the daily routine as normal, show that you are capable in the role. We should take the day's requests immediately before seeing to our resources. That makes sense. That was my plan anyway. Need to figure out who to allocate to what here, and then assign people to look for food, and then probably keep a couple extra guys, just for incidentals. You saw the duties of the captain firsthand while serving. You're acting captain now. It's time for you to take up that mantle. The line is already forming at the door. No surprise given the circumstance. Take them as you may, Captain. The Court and Cordell are already on my side, and I just earned rep with them, so it might be good to favor them a little. But Hammond is neutral, so if I can just get him to like me a little bit, that'll be good. And maybe I can juggle both of these. And they hate me. So they'll be hard to convince. And I might have to betray the other two. But there's a lot of them. So there's a lot of ways this could play out. I think to me the smartest thing is to cozy up with the engineers. 'Cause that gives me a firm majority. But I don't know. Saving that boiler was only the start of our troubles. Have you seen the state of this bloody ship? Certainly has seen better days. She's bleeding in the lower decks. I believe the older stoke is attempting to rectify that. We need to stockpile as much fuel as we can. If the furnace runs out by the end of the week, we die. If we spend too long on this ship, we die. If we don't stockpile enough fuel for the winter, we die? Aye. Give me some coal. Get it in the furnace. I'm afraid he's not wrong. The coal bunker is our only source of fuel for the time being. Till we can produce alternatives, we should assign crew to shoveling whenever possible. Okay, I think he's just telling me to to get coal. It'd be funnier if he said no, we live actually. Shaw. The ice looks unbudging, doesn't it? It would seem that way, yes. Crew seem to think so. They think if we don't intervene, the Temperance will never get freed. If you're suggesting breaking the ice, I can assure you that won't happen. I'm not. They are. No intervention is going to break the ice up enough to free the ship. Putting others to work on that is simply a waste of manpower. Aye, maybe. They're scared though. Worried. They just want to feel like they tried something. Yeah, that's a waste of resource. Templeton's right, we cannot waste crew on a pointless task. Best not to tell false hope. It only leads to more disappointment in the future. I agree. I see you for dinner, Shaw. Don't forget the hoosh pot needs fed. Captain, I brought the kennel master with me. This is something you'll both want to hear. I have a strong suspicion on what the matter is. I was planning to speak with the captain on it myself. Fortunate happenstance, then. Captain, I know these conditions well. I've seen them before. Any idea of the Temperance being freed of the ice anytime soon is a pipe dream. We need to press on. We need to become aware of our new environment. Trust me, Captain, we will be living off it for quite some time. And what of you, Cordell? Indeed. The dog sleds will need to be exercised regularly. There is no better way than to engage in hunting. We're quite lucky, despite the circumstances. Now is the peak time for hunting and navigation. And navigation? Traversing the ice may be a possibility in the future. We need to be prepared for that. If we're to survive out here, we need to know what lies ahead. These are uncharted territories, Captain. We have no idea where we are. Your current rations are not set to last forever either. Sending any honey party to me as you please. My dogs and I will ensure their survival. The same sentiment for myself and any scouting teams. If you wish the great unknowns to be braved and charted, I'm your man. We need to know what lies ahead. Keep looking forward. Before dinner, you should see to sending out our first sledding team. I also believe it's time you gave our good doctor a visit. We will still have wounded from the night of the Aurora. Their wounds will need attended to before they're fit to work. And I doubt I need remind you of this, but we need every hand available. Don't be afraid of assigning my team for some manual labor. They'll complain, but they'll work. You did seem familiar. I finally placed you. You have you? Yes, I remember seeing you compete. Soren Killiper, you're quite the gymnast. I'm surprised to see you in this line of work. Not too many gymnasts carry long careers. You did quite well when I saw you at the Summer Games. I recall you placed. I don't recall winning. Damn. I can't believe Hunt is gone. What happened? Who knows? He was drunk. Whatever he was thinking, he definitely wasn't in his right mind. And what about Smurf? And Corvid? And Joe? Who knows? Corvid owes me 5 gills. I don't think you'll be seeing us soon. Handcuffs. Uh-oh. You, Robin Shaw. Surprised to see you in this position. You're not alone. I'm as shocked as you are. I know what you've gotten up to in your time. Best keep your nose clean, Shaw. Good luck, Captain. You enter the ship's infirmary. Your presence seems to startle the young man inside, the rattle of dropped forceps ringing through the room. It's the seasick guy. He's the doctor? Oh goodness, it's you. Captain now, isn't it? Captain Robin Shaw. It is good to meet you. Ahem. Dr. Arthur. Nutley. Dr. Nutley. Dr. Arthur Nutley. That's it. It's good to meet you, Arthur. Nutley gives a weak smile. Thank you. It's good to properly meet you. I suppose I seem a little scatterbrained at the moment. It isn't the norm. Recent circumstances have been trying, and the inclination towards seasickness is no help. Higgs. The steam burns they suffered from the furnace are severe. If you let me take a look, I can do my best to alleviate their pain. Is there nothing more you can do? Oh no, I'm trying. I wish there was, but there's no cure for these kinds of injuries. I'm afraid this is the extent. At this point, all we can do is wait. Captain Hunt, you think he still may be out there? Did you know Hunt well? Not at all. Rather, he knew my... That's not important. Apologies, I'm rambling. Suppose you wanted an update on the crew? Nutley. Have you had time to look at them? Time enough. Mostly scrapes and scuffs. As for the dogs, you're better asking, well, the kennel master. You mean Cordell? Yes, Cordell. I haven't taken one to the dogs. I'm unsure how to carry myself amidst most people. And animals are quicker to... What? And Cordell herself is harsher still. But you can rely on me for any human medical issues. Nutley pauses for a moment. Is everything, good? I mean, is someone coming to rescue us? Everything's under control. He nods expectantly. Nutley keeps his head low. Is there anything I can do for the crew? Who is... Do I need to do things to heal people? No, you're going to die. No. No one's died. No one's died yet. Did you have to feed your cat? The one that has to be segregated? No, you needed to talk to someone. Gotcha. I hope everything's okay. Kasha. Officer, Captain Shaw. Things are okay. Good. I suppose I should just get used to calling you that. I was asking the crew if anyone had seen Hunt or any of the deserters last night. Not a single soul. I know the man knows the ship well, but that seems odd. Why did you vote for me? Well, I thought that would be obvious. The options for the vote were you or a man who wasn't present to lead. I saw no reason not to vote for you. Oh, thanks. Oh, I wanted to talk to you more, but okay. I wonder how dangerous hunting is. Seals are dicks. I don't want to eat cute little baby penguins. Hunting a little seal, no problem. Ugh. Wait, he's missing? Oh no, that was... okay. This should be good. Oh, I guess I didn't have any more. Part of me thought the dude told me I could put his science officers to work, so I should do that, but it's not giving me that option, so. The crew have their meal. Shall we give a toast to our new captain? Here, here. The crew return to their posts. The hammocks are unfurled in preparation for the evening. Despite the time, it's still bright light outside. So tired. You get used to it, man. Duh, it's far too much work. Thought you wanted the work. If I can do it with one arm, you can do it. You're always saying that, Evening, Shaw. I'm proud of what I've been able to cook up for the crew lately, considering the rations. Though I do wish I had something better to work with. I'd kill for a good beefsteak. You do excellent work, Junior. You have a knack for this. I've been told. Hunt would say you couldn't eat a bite that wasn't prepared by me anymore. Did you need me for something? You served with Captain Hunt for quite some time. Tell me about him. It's none of your business. Damn. Awfully loud, aren't they? I don't mind it all that much. They've worked hard all day. They're owed their leisure. The sailors ought to remember, we all need our sleep. You told me he's a bitch. What are you up to, Cordell? Oh, that's sad. Dogs deserve fish. Captain Shaw, I presume you're here to see the dogs. Yes, I love puppy dogs. They've already acclimated. Though recently they've been exhausted and in need of rest. It's no surprise, our conditions keep changing. They grow used to one state before being thrust into another. One refuses to eat and has been losing weight rapidly. I assume the change in scenery has affected it. They need their rest just as any person. They tend to be more reliable, however. Are you speaking from experience? With people or with dogs? Regardless, I will say it's a matter of both. Captain Shaw, you recall my conditions with Hunt, do you not? Like it was yesterday. even though it was 6 3 weeks, 6 months ago. Oh no, it's 4 weeks. God knows how many months it's been. My demand was that I work here, with the dogs. Your people may need help with the sleds, but they are not my responsibility. They are not my people. I'm holding up my promise with Hunt. I do not intend to join your crew. The dog beside her barks. Pet the dog and leave. Oh no. Yes. Oh no. Oh no. What have I done? 6 months freeway. It's okay, you made the same mistake. He was so cute though. How can you resist a funny doggy in hand? Yeah, exactly. Now they're gonna be like, without the hat, are you really even the captain? Evening, Shaw. Maybe I can find a new hat. Cold one, isn't it? I used to think I was growing used to the cold. But as the years have gone on, elements have only grown harsher on the body. Literally, they'll be pissed at me later. I imagine this is a harsher... No. I imagine... Yeah. Than you've ever faced. You'd be surprised, Captain. I had to tell you have a few bad scrapes in my time. No thanks, just give me your loyalty. Now shut up before I can ruin that. Good evening, Captain. It will be some time before we see rescue. Perhaps you should be endearing yourself to your crew. For now, I'd like to learn more of you. You needn't do that. Damn it. I'd prefer to continue with our work. Fostering personal relationships is not a concern. You're a tall one, aren't you? Oh, thank you for noticing. Been this big since I was 15. You ever consider doing films? You have the statue for it. Oh, I can't act. Acting isn't part of it. You stand there, cut a nice silhouette, and you'd be a star. That sounds awfully easy, doesn't it? It can be. York. Is that who I think it is? Yeah, the YouTuber. That's funny. I think that's all I can do today. Bloody cold, isn't it, Captain? Don't know how you spend your time away from the furnace. Do I kiss his ass? I don't know if that would work on him. You grow used to it. You're used to the warmth of the furnace, I take it. I'll make it. You're all getting that warmth. Be grateful. Ugh. This whole crew, they're so sensitive. Jesus. Interesting. I don't know. I wonder will they start acting pissed off if morale gets too low? Or can I just burn it all? I feel like I can just dig for more food. But I know that'll run out eventually. But it's just 25 for 20. Let's try this. Oh no, the old guy's cold. Extreme weather is dangerous for old people. So we have 4 seals now. So what do we do with them? Can we throw them in the furnace? Coal goes in, we stay alive. We can throw them in the furnace. They're only 6 though. They're just new pets. Have they asked me to go into the coal room yet? I don't think so. They haven't asked me to do anything specific there, except get coal. Oh, I can make it even. That makes my brain happy. Delicious seal blubber. Mmm. Can you see if I can yeah, I can assign people in the coal room. Good day, Captain. Well, as good as it can be under the circumstances. Good day to you as well, Kasha. Well, I'll be sure to spare you any more obligatory small talk from here. In truth, there is something I've been meaning to ask of you. It's a matter I brought up with Captain Hunt, though he was less receptive. I'm not merely interested in the story of this expedition. I'm interested in the story of the people on this expedition. When the crew have downtime, I would request that I be allowed to conduct interviews with them. I would like to know more about them, maybe learn more about what happened to Hunt. I see no issue there. Thank you, Captain. You won't regret it. I'll mark anything useful I discover in the crew manifest. Send them to the Red Room on the lower deck when you can. Oh, you're getting interrogated, gnomes. Word around the crew is that we might end up having to move the ice. We can't free the Temperance anyway. It'd be wise to gather what we want to take off ship with us if we do. Indeed, we'll need to prepare for what could be inevitable. Aye, most of the tools are in the lower deck storerooms. The metal doors need some work to open, but it's worth what's inside. Captain Shaw, Mr. Templeton. It appears some of the crew have taken an interest in the transmission radios we have on hand. It's likely many of their first time seeing this technology. They have odd ideas of what they're capable of. They believe another ship may pick us up if we monitor them. Ridiculous. They do not have the range to pick up another, not out here. I said as much, but Mr. Turner was adamant that we spend the night monitoring them regardless. Even sent me to run the concept by you, Captain. That's interesting, cause... Well, let me check. Turner. Loyola Jr. Who's Junior again? This guy. Yeah, he might be monitoring for Hunt. Who are you? You're one of the scientists? If it won't work, it's a waste of our time. We should focus on more productive matters. Oh no. Oh, he looks cool though. He's cyberpunk colors. Kasha may cure demoralization by interviewing. Interesting. Templeton, the question persists as to how long the Temperance can hold. Will we be able to wait out the ice? If there's no change by next week, abandoning the ship may be considered. That seems drastic. Ah, feel that air. Nothing better than a cold wind to keep you awake. You're not Duck York the Third. How many hours of sleep do you get a night? Why, on second thought, better not hearing it. I already know it isn't enough. I feel my ears burning. Anyone free for an interview and a portrait? Yes, it was this guy. Whoa, that's interesting. The father and son are loyal to different people. Oh no, we overhunted the seals. You think it may be bedtime for you? No worries. I was thinking the same thing actually. I guess. Ooh, what's this? Interesting. We'll explore this more later. It's nap time for you anyway. Perfect. Well, thanks so much for the game. It's really cool so far. I like it a lot. My my throat's gonna be sore tomorrow though. Oh, chat's going to bed. Yeah, it's bedtime. Uh, hope you're having a wonderful night. The stream was lovely to watch. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You're very welcome. I'll see you guys around.